Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me again on this beautiful sunny day. I'm your host with a beard, and today I'm reviewing this Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge plug-in hybrid for you guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into the review. Check it out. Alright guys, here we have the Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge plug-in hybrid. This is the R design trim, which you can recognize because this car has the two-tone paint. In this case it has white with a black roof and black mirrors. Let me show you guys from closer up. So you see this black paint on the roof. All the trims are blacked out, and then on contrast with the white body paint of the car. Looks really beautiful. You also have some black accents down there and a fully black grille with the Volvo logo embedded in it. Very gorgeous design. I was kind of skeptical of the Volvo XC40s when they came out, but these turned out to be really beautiful cars, and like a small compact. Here we have the typical Volvo Thor's hammer. These are the daytime running lights and also the turn signals. So when you open up the car, you see the turn signals and then the daytime running lights. Let's turn it off for this moment. Then you have some fog lights, the blacked out grille, and the grille is totally open. And then you have like the front view camera. This car is equipped with cameras on all sides for the 360-degree camera. The R design also gets these black wheel arches and black all the way down there over the length of the car, and also 18-inch rims, these ones. They still look a little too small for my taste. I would go for like 19-inch or maybe 20-inch rims, but that would go at the cost of comfortability, of course. The side mirrors have the turn signals integrated in them. And then you have the Recharge logo right here, so you don't make a mistake what car it is. Nice spoiler here on the back. This is the side view of the car. It's just a baby XC60 or XC90 even, but with a more sporty design. The typical L-shaped Volvo lights from behind, with the plastic bumper, and no fake exhausts. There are exhausts, but they're underneath the car, but it's a completely flat bottom, which I like better than putting fake plastic exhausts that don't lead anywhere. And here we have the T4 Recharge badge. Let me show you guys the boot space of the XC40 T4. Opens very, very wide and high, as you guys can see. Wide opening and decently large amount of space in here, and if you need more, obviously you can recline these rear seats. This has a pass-through hatch for longer items, and this car is equipped with the spare wheel. If you don't have that wheel, then you can get some extra space in here, and these things can fold up to give you a partition. You have some small storage space here and a bit of storage space here, and then like this, you fully electrically close it again. And now let's check out the interior of the Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge. This car is equipped with keyless entry, so I just put my hand here and open the door. A very wide opening. Let's get into the car. A very easy access. Once inside the car, you get greeted by this leather wrapped and perforated on the sides steering wheel with all your driver functionalities here, and your radio controls and your speech controls over here. Nice, beautiful looking steering wheel. I like these chrome accents in it that surround it from the bottom part here, and it's also with stitched leather. Behind this steering wheel we have a fully digital gauge cluster. Let me turn on the car to show you guys. Nice little animation, and as you can see, it shows how many people are sitting in the car. So the red seat, this is me. Very nice, crisp and clear screen. I'm sorry for the sun over here a little bit, but I will show you guys some B-roll as well whilst I'm driving the car. So here you see the charge of the battery, how much there is left, and this is obviously your range for your petrol engine. Then we have the infotainment screen right here. Just your typical Volvo entertainment screen as we are used to from Volvo. So just press here to go to the main menu in which we are now. And then this car is equipped with heated seats both on the passenger and the driver, and also with a heated steering wheel. And this is how you control the temperature, like this, and the flow, the air conditioning, recirculation, and everything is controlled via this screen. And this is how you close it. So these are a couple of pages. So I think there are 3 main pages. So this is the main page where everything is active. So you have your navigation, your radio, your phone, and everything. And then you have your different functionalities, your Bluetooth connectivity, download center, and everything. And this screen here shows all the options of the car. So this one has a park help, it has the lane keep assist, the collision avoidance, and everything. And the main 2 functions here are these hold and charge buttons, or touch buttons. What do they mean? So when you press hold, it holds a portion of the battery and does not drain the battery until you press it again for a later time, so you can use it. And the charge is for when your electric battery is almost drained, then you press this and it charges it via the engine. So see, now the engine turned on, and this is Dutch, but it says engine is charging the battery, and it charges the battery actually pretty fast. I think my battery was half full, and I drove about 30 kilometers on cruise control on the highway, and when I reached my destination in the city, the battery was fully charged again. So it happens pretty fast. And then we have your typical Volvo middle console. So you have your hard buttons for some controls, radio controls, and everything. And then you have some storage space here, and this is also a charging pad for your mobile phone, followed with this beautiful leather wrapped gear lever. Looks pretty decent. This is all in gloss black, which I'm not a fan of, these cup holders. And then you have the middle console, some storage space over here and over here. I love how this kind of matrix dot mesh kind of design runs through the car. It feels like metal or something, and it goes all the way on the doors. And the fun fact is that the part on the doors, it lights up at night, and it looks really beautiful and gives the car like a kind of an eerie feeling inside. Another thing worth mentioning is the doors in the Volvo XC40 have door bins, as any other car of course, but notice the cutout that starts from up here and goes all the way down there with a carpet lining. And the door bins are actually huge. And why did they do this? The people at Volvo told me that this is especially to put like laptops or iPads and stuff in, because normally people leave it on the seat, and what happens with a collision, they can hurt other people. And for safety reasons, you can just put it in there now, which is a very progressive thinking, as we are used to from Volvo. Seats that we are sitting in today have such a beautiful design. Look at this. Look at the side profile. These are partly leather and partly Alcantara, which is very nice because you don't slip when you're sitting in these seats. So they have amazing grip, and they also look good. These particular seats in this car are not fully electrically operated, so they are manual. And now let's check out how much space there is in the rear of the XC40. Decently wide opening doors with the same kind of door bin design that we have in the front, and also this mesh design, but these are speakers, I think. It's not the same as you see in the front. Anyways, let's get into the car. Okay, so this seat is not even put into my driving position because I put it back a little bit to review the interior and the dashboard and everything. And look how much knee space I still have. It's amazing. This car has a lot of space. You can even put your feet down here, and it's going to be even more space if the seat is put into my driving position. And now I'm about 5'10", 5'11". Headspace, I have about this much headspace left, which is great. And also because this car is fitted with a open roof with kind of a cloth over it to close it. I don't know why it's not hard or anything, but it's a full panoramic roof which does not eat into headspace at all. Space in the middle seat. Let's crawl into that. Oh, the middle tunnel is huge. It's really big, it's really high and a bit wide. And yeah, people sitting in the middle aren't going to be as comfortable as in the seats on the side of the car. But the middle seat is surprisingly soft. You do have an elevated position so you can look over the road. But I wouldn't want to sit here for too longer journeys unless I was like a small kid or a small adult or anything. Rear seats also equipped with seat heating, which is amazing. I always keep pointing with my middle finger. Somebody pointed me out that I should do it with my with my pointing finger, but with my index finger, I'm sorry. But it just happens like subconsciously. So I'm sorry about that if anybody is offended by that. We have some storage netting in the seats as well. And as I mentioned before, the same carpeted kind of door bin design as we have in the front. Okay, and now let's see how the Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge behaves on the road. First of all, this car has a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine paired with an electro motor that provides about 45 kilometers of range. And they have a combined output of around 211 PS and a little bit more than 400 Newton meters of torque. Let's put this car in sports mode because I am on the highway, or in power mode as Volvo likes to say, and floor the throttle. It's okay, nothing too exciting. It's adequate power to overtake anybody on the highway, but it's not anything to get excited about. Taking turns, the steering wheel is kind of light, lighter than I would like to, and you do have a significant amount of body roll when taking turns, like I did right now. You do feel the car leaning a lot. The suspension is decent. It soaks up, it does a pretty good job soaking up the bumps, but you do feel the occasional pothole, the traffic bump and everything like that, because it's not going to be as smooth as its bigger brothers, the XC60 or the XC90, because they have a bigger wheelbase and this is a small wheelbase. But still, it does a pretty decent job. You're going to have a comfortable ride, especially these seats that support you really well. You're sitting at an elevated position, so higher than the other cars. You have a nice overview over the road. Visibility is great in the front. In the back, the sea filler is really thick, so very bad visibility over there, a huge blind spot. And the rear window is decently large, so you have a pretty good overview of the road and everything behind you. This car is equipped with the 360-degree camera, so the blind spot shouldn't be that much of an issue when parking or maneuvering through tight spots around town. You do hear some amount of tire noise entering the cabin, and at higher speeds these mirrors provide a lot of wind noise because they are pretty bulky. That being said, there are no intrusive noises, no screechy sounds, nothing that cracks or anything inside the cabin. It's very solidly built. You do feel like you're sitting in a special car because this is the R design, so it looks really beautiful wrapping around you. This car is good for commuting between work and home because it's equipped with all the driver assist features. It has lane keep assist, it has adaptive cruise control. When you're stuck in traffic jams and everything, this car is going to make your life a lot easier. You do have a lot of space to put your kids back there. The trunk space is decently large, so a very practical car, especially with these door bins as well, that can hold laptops and all your various electronics, and also a very nice safety feature, which I haven't seen in any other car before. When you're driving on just the combustion engine, the 1.5 liter engine can get a bit noisy, especially when it's cold. You can hear it from the outside and it's not a pleasant sound. When it warms up, the sound goes away a little bit, but still, it's a small engine. What do you expect? So what are my final impressions about the Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge? Well, first of all, I like the looks. It looks great. Very sleek looks, gorgeous car, especially in this two-tone color that you get with the R design package. It's a very adequate and efficient hybrid. It has a low emission, so you're going to be very low on taxes, especially in Belgium. And I think for this money, this is the best hybrid you can buy. If I was in the market for a car like this, for a hybrid car, which I would want for mostly town driving, but would also be good for long distance traveling, I would definitely consider the Volvo XC40 T4 Recharge. Alright guys, this was it for today. Thanks for watching the review. If you have any questions, ask me down below in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, and drive safely.